What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Cast with Us. Mike here, and this video is all going to be about remodeling this boat I actually bought yesterday. So I did get it pretty cheap. So it's just pretty standard right now. It just has those 3 benches, a chair right there, or 4, yeah, 3 benches right here. It came with an extra trolling motor. It came with a 25 horsepower Evinnrude. The motor does have a problem, but I'm gonna try fixing it up myself. It comes with a trolling motor. I know the trolling motor works, and it also came with a Lowrance fish finder that does work as well too. So this is how the boat pretty much looks right now, but I want to make it completely different. So I'm pretty much just going to explain to you right now how I want this boat to look at in the end, and hopefully it turns out that way, because this is my first boat ever, just trying to remodel it, and I have an idea of what I want to do, and hopefully it turns out great. So at the end of this video, hopefully you guys can see the dramatic changes to this thing, and hopefully it looks so much better than it does right now. So stay tuned if you want to watch me build everything I want to on this, make all this stuff. I'll explain right now what I want to do exactly to it, and then we'll get into the building process for you guys. All right, guys, we're sitting in the boat for like the first time, so this is pretty exciting that we're gonna be starting soon. So what I want to do is from here, this bench, all the way back to this bench, I have a huge piece of plywood I'm gonna cut out so it goes along all this front, because I want to make it sort of like a bass fishing boat, where from here on you can kind of just stand and have like a casting deck instead of like hopping over all these benches. It's just gonna be a lot more clean and a lot more walking friendly on this boat. So I do have the piece of plywood. It is on the top of my car right now, and it is a treated plywood, so it's not going to rot on us. And so that's going to be my first step right now. Clear out these seats, put the piece of plywood down, and then hopefully start cutting out some storage compartments, because I want to put 2 storage compartments right here just for like all my fishing stuff, and I'm thinking maybe 1 storage compartment up here for some life vests as well too. And on that back row, I haven't decided if I wanted to keep these seats yet, just because they're a little older, but I mean, I guess there's nothing wrong with them really. So for the most part, it's gonna be mostly me in this boat fishing, but if I have some friends come along, I guess they can have a comfy seat as well too. But let's get us started cutting that piece of plywood, and then we could go on from the next steps from there. All right, saved some time. I already unhooked it from there, but we're gonna get this seat out of here, put it in the back, just so we have room to see. We gotta just measure out this piece of plywood, and then I'm just gonna mark it up, cut it with the saw, and put it in here. And hopefully it sounds as easy as I'm thinking right now, but you never know. Stuff can go down south really quick with cutting too short. So I don't want to be cutting too short, because a piece of plywood's like $70, but hopefully we can get it done in one try. So put this in the back seat, and we'll worry about the seats later. So it did come with an extra trolling motor. So we already have a trolling motor on the back. Came with an anchor as well too. But there's nothing wrong with this anchor. It might look a little rusty, but I'm definitely gonna be keeping that. There's a light. I just gotta clean up this miscellaneous stuff right now, take all this extra stuff out of the boat, and then we can finally get to laying down our first piece of plywood and see how it looks. So extra trolling motor is taken out right now. Now this anchor is super roped up. I'm gonna just untangle this knot on camera. I'm just gonna get all these ropes and stuff out of here. We're gonna have to cut it in half because it's long ways, it doesn't work. So I measured the boat across from the bench. It is 57.5 inches, so I'm gonna mark it right here. 57.5, and we're gonna get that first cut in, and then we'll go from there. What are you doing? What are you doing? Here. Alright, now we gotta make our marks to get that in, so we gotta get that tape measure. Alright, we want to make this flush all the way up against here. So we measure that side, it is 9 3/4. So here's our mark. 9 3/4. Alright, our next cut. Alright, after about 30 minutes of cutting the board, we have finally made it perfectly flush on both sides. Made these both on that side and this side, and have the board coming back all the way up to here. So we want to make this a whole entire deck all the way to the front first, and then we're going to make our storage compartments in the middle, one on that side, one on this side, and then eventually one in the front. Once we get this next piece of wood, we're gonna cut it out just so it fits in here perfectly again, and then we'll get on to the next steps. Alright guys, after a whole bunch of cutting, we have finally got our base down. So here it is, here's the deck. Just gonna nail it down, but those first two benches are all walking. Nail it down, make the compartments, then hopefully soon we'll be laying down the carpet. So this is where we're gonna make the compartment right here. It's about 15 inches. And we have it so it can sit back on the bench. So we're gonna put our two hinges right here, one on each side, and then once it comes back down, it has something to sit back on, which is the bench underneath it. So there's about like this much of bench. So we're gonna start cutting that out and get our first compartment in. We have cut out our first storage compartment. We're gonna just store all our tackle in there. Put the hinges on, and this will, I'm not sure if I want to put another storage compartment up there yet. I'm still gonna decide, but we have our first one. There's a lot of space to put a lot of fishing gear down there. All right, we are ready to put our first storage unit in here. So I did get stainless steel ones just so they don't rust out. Gonna put them obviously right here, and I have a handle to then obviously be able to lift it up. Stainless steel as well too, so I'm gonna get to drilling those in. Alright, first only compartment is fully done.
Nice.
First screw is in the boat.
Do the outside screw now.
Now we just got to do the whole entire area. Second screw in the boat. All right, we have our whole entire base drilled down with washers.
Fender washers.
Fender washers.
They're wider than regular washers.
All right, good to know, good to know. So, bunch of screws hold down the floor. It's all flat. And now it's time to put in the carpet, which is right here. Got some blue carpet, so we're gonna put that down, lay our adhesive on the ground, and cut it out, and hopefully get the carpet in there fairly shortly. After drilling the floor in the front, we decided we're gonna do another compartment just like this, just to utilize all this space down here, maybe for some life vests or the anchor up there. So just that last step we did with this, we're gonna do exactly with that, and we're gonna get back to that carpet. All right, we have the extra storage box measured out, and now it's just time to start cutting it. Our second storage is drilled, so that's probably we're just gonna keep the anchor, ropes, life vest, just miscellaneous stuff, and then all the important fishing stuff in this one. The final storage compartment, so I did decide to go with two, obviously, one up here, and I'm not going to put these on until I actually put the carpet on, because I decided I wanted to screw these on top, obviously, so you get that flat piece of carpet. Otherwise, cutting this out is going to be like super hard. It'd just be way easier. Screw those in over the carpet. So now it's time to just lay it down, and then we're just going to cut it out. To glue down the carpet, we have the indoor-outdoor carpet adhesive, and I just have this scraper trowel. This is only like $2. Just gonna smear it all along, lay the carpet down, and then just cut it out. All right, guys, it is the next day. The floor is completely done. It's all dry. So for this part, I kind of just cutted it out and left some more and tucked it in as best as I could, just so it looks more clean instead of like a straight edge cut right here. But we have our compartment right there, and then our other one up here. There's a little glue, but I mean, there's first time ever gluing a carpet down, so I need a break. But here's where the anchor is gonna be. And then just so the carpet will not come up, I did screw down 2 bolts right there, and also in the back end as well too. I kind of draped it down, and then we have 3 bolts across, just so all the front end and then the back is all bolted down. Carpet won't come up, and then if it's tucked in on the side, it shouldn't be able to come up as well too. So the next step that I think I'm gonna do is probably since we do have a little extra carpet, I'm probably gonna carpet this out just so it has a clean like blue look all the way around. So I just want to take this fish finder off for a second. Alright, so we got the fish finder off. Time to just move these wires off to the side. I'm going to clean all this off and then lay our carpet down, and hopefully I have some more screws to just screw it down and just make it look nice and clean, I guess. So I have this brush. If you guys have any brushes like this, definitely keep these around, because these are perfect for just dusting off anything you have. And it's just, I've never thought I'd actually use something like this, but you use it a lot more than you think. So I'm just gonna be dusting off all this just in here, because I'm gonna clean this area the last. I just want to make sure there's no like just dirty parts. So dusting it off. It looks like we'll be able to cover this bench barely. All right, so now I'm just gonna put the seats back in. Put the bigger one on this side so it covers that. There we go. So after on this side, I control the trolling motor. Ooh. And the regular motor. And then the other seat I'm obviously just gonna put on the other side. So this would be like the captain chair up here. And this would just be the partner, whoever wants to come on with me. That's just perfect because you just get that higher view of the water back here. Alright. So here is the fully remodeled boat from a view like this. Just to recap everything, 2 bolts in the front just so this carpet won't be able to peel up. Storage compartment up here is going to be for our life vest, anchors, and any weird stuff like that. Storage compartment back here is for our coolers, beers, fishing gear, all that good stuff. And decided to keep these brown seats. Nothing wrong with them. I feel like gives a little antique look to it, but I don't mind. So just bolted on the carpet back here. This thing's ready almost to go on the water. Trolling motor works, like I said. I need to figure out what is going on with this motor. I have no idea what is up with it, but I'm not gonna put that in this video just because I really don't know how long it's gonna take me. I don't want to bore you guys with me not knowing what the heck I'm talking about. But gas tank is right there, fish finder's right here, and there we have it. So I'm gonna break down right now to you guys how much everything costed and pretty much all the stuff that I had to buy to put into this. So for the piece of plywood, that was $70. So it was a pretty expensive piece, but it was a treated piece of plywood. And then we got our carpet, which was $24 in total, so that was not bad at all. We pretty much carpeted the whole entire boat. The stainless steel holders, just this was $5.99, and 2 of these together was $12.99. So times 2 for that. And what else did I buy? Oh, the carpet adhesive. I had to use 3 buckets full, and those were $5 each. So can't do the math on top of my head. I'm gonna put the total right now what it was. And I actually did buy another GoPro. So I used the GoPro Hero 7. I had the 8, or I just bought the 8, but it doesn't fit on all the gear that I have right now, like my GoPro holders and stuff. So I just had to buy the same exact one. So if you guys want to come along for the fishing adventures on this boat, I just bought a kayak as well too, so I'm gonna do a lot of boat fishing, kayak fishing. Have 2 GoPros. Probably gonna put one on my head or chest and the other one in front of me just to get all those good angles. So hopefully better videos coming soon. So if you guys wanna stay tuned with me, go on my fishing adventures with me, go subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't subscribed. And if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you guys think I should add anything else onto this boat, definitely drop some comments down below. I'll definitely take those into consideration. Only one other thing that I was thinking about adding was some rod holders in the back, but I haven't fully decided yet because I might just lay those down on the ground because there's plenty of room to walk around. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the water in the next video.